Are you often stressed, anxious, having frequent panic attacks? In this video, I'll give you the best dietary advices to battle stress, anxiety, and even adrenal fatigue with the help of herbs and supplements. Hi guys, welcome everybody to my channel Sylwia for Wellness. I am Sylwia, nutrition and supplements advisor with years of professional experience in health food industry and holistic therapies. Today I want to talk about stress and anxiety, how it affects our health, including our immune system, and what to take in order to prevent or recover from the negative effects of prolonged stress. So first I want to talk you through the process of stress manifesting itself in our bodies, and then we will jump to my 5 top supplements to combat the effects of stress and anxiety. Also, I'll explain how exactly these nutrients work, when to take them, and how to take them in order to get the best results. So let's start, because there is a bit of information you need to know to become the healthiest and happiest you. So stress and anxiety are a normal part of life. Everybody goes through some levels of it, although each one is affected differently by it. But short-term stress is a reaction to the danger, is needed and good for us. It's like our warning system that is producing the fight or flight response. When the brain sees some kind of stress, it immediately reacts by, for example, increasing breathing and heart rate and uptaking glucose into the blood. So all of it can be directed to the brain and muscles and used as an energy source. The brain does it by flooding our bodies with hormones like adrenaline, noradrenaline, and cortisol. This physical response is preparing you to face an intense situation, whether you're about to fight it or to escape it. So it's super important for the brain to tell the adrenals to secrete hormones in response to stress, but it's also super important that bodily functions and hormonal levels return to normal following a stressful event. Unfortunately, in our current high-stress driven world, the adrenal response is activated so frequently that the body does not always have a chance to return to normal. So prolonged stress response, also during frequent anxiety or panic attacks, affects our metabolism, blood pressure, immune system, sex hormones, and so many other bodily functions. Stress has also a significant impact on blood sugar balance, which often leads to metabolic problems with a risk of type 2 diabetes. One of the symptoms of blood sugar and electrolyte imbalance, because of cortisol and aldosterone, is craving for sweet and salty foods. Chronic stress is also associated with low thyroid function, brain fog, sleep disruption, poor digestion, weight gain around the belly area, and a lack of energy, especially in the morning and mid-afternoon. So besides of many other important actions we can take to combat stress, like moderate exercise, breathing techniques, yoga, meditation, mindfulness, and so many others, perhaps we should look into what are we eating and what to change to feel better. There are plenty of foods that offer adrenal support, helping replenish your body and restore energy. However, you must start by removing any inflammatory foods, toxins, and chemicals in your environment. Sugar and sweeteners are the biggest enemy to the adrenal system, so they need to be removed from a diet. Please read labels for sugar content. Processed foods have many preservatives and fillers that are hard to digest and cause stress and inflammation, only aggravating the problem. So try to buy organic whole foods and prepare your own meals whenever possible. During prolonged stress, the body tends to lose water faster. That may result in dehydration, and the obvious solution to this is drinking more water rich in electrolytes with an emphasis on sodium. Coffee and energy drinks are to be avoided as well. They may seem like a good idea to boost your energy, but only for short term and at your adrenals' expense. They will interfere with your sleep cycle and increase cortisol levels. Eat foods rich in nutrients such as magnesium, B vitamins, and vitamin C. Which brings me to the next part of this video, when I'll talk to you about these nutrients in detail, because I place them on my top list of supplements for stress and anxiety. So stay with me. Even with a good diet, it can still be challenging to get enough certain nutrients you need every day. Coming from a nutritional deficiency point, when your body steals those nutrients from other systems to keep up with demand, supplements and herbs can be used to ensure that you're getting back to balance as quickly as possible. Guys, magnesium is extremely important for us. It's needed for a proper heart function, relaxation, sleep, healthy bones, muscles, blood sugar balance, and so much more. In fact, it's needed for about 300 different enzymatic reactions in our body. And we need all that support during stressful events and chronic stress. Remember that stress impacts our blood sugar balance? So hear this. For every molecule of sugar consumed, we need 54 molecules of magnesium to process it. Magnesium deficiency has been shown to induce anxiety and adrenal gland dysregulation. But studies show that magnesium supplementation promotes relaxation and improves sleep, and also may decrease cortisol levels. So magnesium deficiency is very common nowadays because high stress, sugar, and caffeine intake steals this essential mineral from our body. On top of that, modern farming causes depletion of minerals in the soil. That means that less and less of these vital nutrients are present in the food we eat. But in ideal world, free of pesticides, free of mass production, you will find lots of magnesium in foods like green leafy vegetables, legumes, nuts, seeds, avocados, and raw dark chocolate. So magnesium is a large molecule and it's not easily absorbed by our digestive system, so it needs a carrier. Means it needs to be bound to something else in order to be absorbed. Some carriers are better, some worse, so it's important to go for the one that has one of the highest absorption rates. The elemental magnesium content that you can absorb in standard supplements is at its highest about 20%. And that will be either chelated magnesium or magnesium in citrate form. So in case of magnesium citrate, the citric acid is a carrier, but it's also a mild laxative. So if you already struggle with IBS or similar conditions with the diarrhea present, maybe this one is not the best one for you. Then you can consider chelated magnesium, or also called glycinate, which also offers extra calming benefits thanks to the glycine as a carrier. There's also an option of magnesium chloride in form of bath salts, oil, gel or cream, as it's a mineral that gets absorbed very well through the skin. Guys, there are so many other types: malate, threonate, liposomal with much higher absorption rate, and it's quite new on the market. We've also got magnesium taurate, hydroxide, gluconate in form of Epsom salts, with each offering different additional benefits, but we may need a separate video just to talk about magnesium itself. And by the way, if this is the topic you'd want to know more about, please let me know in the comment section. And lastly, please avoid magnesium oxide. It's a waste of money, honestly, as you can absorb maybe 5% of magnesium from it. Oxide is the cheapest, but simply not a good carrier. So magnesium is best to be taken in the evening, as it promotes relaxation and it improves sleep. The recommended daily dose is between 300 to 400 milligrams for healthy adults, depending on the age and sex. Mind you, we are talking about healthy, sugar-free, caffeine-free, stress-free people, which are hard to find these days. Okay, first of all, if you've got this far, I really applaud you and appreciate it so much. I know it's a lot of content, but so important, guys. Please stay to the end. So B complex means a complex of different B vitamins in one supplement. So we've got B1, B2, B3, B5, B6, B7, B9, and B12. And you want to see all of them in your supplement. Each of B vitamins has their own role in helping our bodies to function properly, but together they're important for things like our nervous system, making red blood cells, and converting our food into energy. When B complex was researched in relation to stress, it was found that vitamin B12 deficiency may be associated with dysfunction of the adrenal cortex. Also, vitamin B5 or pantothenic acid, is another frequently deficient B vitamin in people with adrenal stress, as it's used to produce stress hormones. So foods high in B vitamins are whole grains like brown rice, millet, buckwheat, quinoa, but also leafy greens, avocados, legumes, nuts and seeds, yogurt, nutritional and brewer's yeast. However, B12 is mainly obtained from animal sources or produced by bacteria. So if you are vegan, you should consider B12 supplementation or at least do a blood test. So I highly recommend B complex for people who go through stress, anxiety and adrenal fatigue. I also recommend going for the one with higher levels of vitamin B5, but also B12, especially if you struggle with anemia or taking an acid-lowering medication. Guys, again, I can talk about each B vitamin separately, and it's such a fascinating topic. I would also love to discuss methylation process and methylated B complex. What is it and what is different about them? But again, definitely for a separate topic, as it's so much to take. So we must know that we don't store B vitamins in our bodies, except for B12. But generally they're water-soluble nutrients, so they're flushed out within hours if they're not used by our body. You often see B complex 50 or 100, and that simply means that one contains most of B's in 50 milligram dose per each, and the other 100 milligrams per each B. But there are lots of other variations, with some of them in liquid sublingual form as well. So vitamin C is vital for adrenal health. The adrenal glands are among the organs with the highest concentration of vitamin C in our bodies. So when we are stressed, our adrenals work overtime and vitamin C is quickly depleted. Vitamin C is well known for treating and reducing the severity of common colds and the flu. And I spoke about this vitamin in my previous video about the immune system. But this vitamin also helps protect the body from stress, reducing both the physical and psychological effects of it. Studies show that people who have high levels of vitamin C do not show the expected mental and physical signs of stress when exposed to strong psychological challenges. What's more, they recover from stressful situations faster than people with low levels of vitamin C in their blood. So vitamin C is present in fresh, uncooked fruits and vegetables, citrus fruits, berries, broccoli, peppers, and herbs. What concerns different types of vitamin C supplement, please check out my video about the immune system. There you will find out the difference between ascorbic acid, low acid ascorbates, ester C, or liposomal vitamin C, and see which one suits you most. A high dosage treatment with vitamin C has been shown to decrease circulating cortisol during and shortly after the supplementation period. The present recommended daily allowance or recommended daily value for vitamin C for adults is 60 milligrams, but please don't go by it. RDAs was set decades ago and is based on the amount of the vitamin needed to ward off scurvy. The current thinking looks at vitamin C in terms of the amount needed to promote health under varying environmental conditions. And that appears to be a lot more than the amount needed to prevent deficiencies. So to find your own personal dosage, you can experiment with your bowel tolerance, and that means taking supplement quite often every 1 hour to 2 hours in high enough dose, but just under the dose that would give you loose stool. And trust me, when you are stressed or ill, that tolerance really goes up. Adaptogenic herbs, so they are called adaptogens because of their unique ability to adapt their function according to the specific needs of our body. So this special class of herbs offers a more balanced response to continuous stress by regulating various hormones, including cortisol production. Two popular and very effective adaptogenic herbs are ashwagandha and rhodiola rosea. Ashwagandha is a very popular herb in Ayurveda, and it is widely recognized as a calming agent, reducing inflammation and enhancing immune system function. Ashwagandha also helps with thyroid function, increased production of both T3 and T4 hormones. And this is important, guys, because as I mentioned earlier, that prolonged stress is associated with thyroid health. One of the most researched active components of ashwagandha root are withanolides, and you may see that name on a supplement as a measure of strength, for example, containing 1, 3 or 5% of withanolides. In a 2012 study, a group of volunteers was asked to take either 300 milligrams of concentrated ashwagandha root extract in a capsule or a placebo twice a day for 2 months. And the treatment group given the actual supplement exhibited a significant reduction in anxiety scores after 2 months relative to the placebo group, without any side effects. Most importantly, serum cortisol levels were substantially reduced in the herbal group. Unlike vitamins and minerals that are essential to our existence, herbs are complementary and don't have recommended daily dose. But from my professional experience, I see that some people, especially those sensitive individuals, they are much better off with a gentle dose. But some people need an extra boost to respond well, and that goes for any herb really. So fine-tune into your body, experiment with those, notice any gentle changes, and if there are no adverse effects, give that herb about 2 to 3 months to get into the system to start working magic. Rhodiola rosea, also known as golden root, and the root part is used for medicinal benefits. This plant grows at high altitudes in the Arctic areas of Asia and Eastern Europe. And the 2 most potent compounds are called rosavin and salidroside. Rhodiola rosea has been a part of traditional medicine systems practiced across the world for many centuries, typically used in improving stamina and reducing stress. And it has been scientifically proven to reduce the secretion of cortisol during stressful situations. But research also shows that rhodiola can offer antidepressive and cardioprotective effects as well. A trial involving 80 mildly anxious participants found that compared to controls, the experimental group taking rhodiola at 200 milligrams extract twice daily showed a significant reduction in self-reported anxiety, stress, anger, confusion, and depression only after 2 weeks of supplementation. So both of these herbs and actually all these mentioned supplements are considered to be safe. But again, if you are pregnant, breastfeeding, or if you are on any medication, always check with your doctor first. That's all from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed it and are able to utilize this knowledge to your benefit. If you liked it, give a girl thumbs up, and comments are a great opportunity for me to interact with you guys. So thank you so much, and I'll meet you soon. So I took you quickly to my kitchen just to show you my supplements, my supplement regime, and to prove it to you that I talk about supplements, but I also do take them and I believe in their power very much. So here we've got magnesium, 5 different types of magnesium. Guys, I think I am a magnesium freak, but these are different ones. We've got magnesium citrate in powder, we've got magnesium hydroxide, which is better for detox. We've got mixture of magnesium citrate and malate, which is really good for muscle health. And then we've got magnesium formula for nighttime with added herbs and Montmorency cherry. About the B-complex, so my B-complex at the moment is included in multivitamin, but on top of that I do take vitamin B5, which is also called pantothenic acid. Vitamin C, I've got 2 different types of vitamin C. One is in powder form, low acid vitamin C, and the other one is in capsules. This one is very gentle dose, but it's a natural vitamin C from acerola cherry. And lastly, I've got 2 different formulas to support adrenals and thyroid as well, and both of them contain rhodiola. This one on top of that contains ashwagandha as well. So yes guys, this is me and my supplements. Bye!